What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is April 24th. We have the Ultra coming up on the 27th, New Jersey Ultra on the 27th, which is a Saturday. Number one, there is a mandatory pickup on Friday between 2 to 5 to get your bib, your race number, and all that stuff. Now, there are also, for people who is not in state, who's flying over, what you can do is you can pick up your bib on the Saturday. They open up at 5 a.m. But race starts at 6:45 or 6:30, so you want to get there early so you can get set up and get ready to go and drop your bucket off. Now, this whole thing is about what you need for the Spartan race, for the Ultra. It's not about training for it, it's what you need when you're there. So, this is what you need. Starting off with your bin, you need it to be 7.5 gallons, all right? No bigger, no smaller. Sometimes you can get away with something different, but some venues, they're very, very strict about what you can use as far as your bucket is concerned. So make sure you try to get the right bucket. Most of the buckets look like this, just like the bucket carry. And you want to use that because you don't want it too big, because then you got to carry that to a distance, and you don't want to do that. So after which, in your bin, one thing you want to have is a change of clothes. So I changed my shoes, my shorts, and my shirt. So change of clothes is always good to have in your bucket before you start the next lap. So after the first lap, you start in the middle, you get your bucket, get food, change your clothes, and you go back out the race. Now, next thing, food. Food is always a good thing to have. So I like a turkey sandwich. Most people like peanut butter and jelly. I can't have peanut butter and jelly. That's not my thing. I always stick to my turkey sandwiches. You got to know your body, what your body likes and what doesn't like. That's on you. Other things to have in your bucket. What you really want to have is extra fuel. So whether it's gels, shot blocks, all these condiments, you have a whole choice. Cliff bars, you want to have that. That's up to you. You got to figure out what works for you. Enjoy that. Also, you want to have a hydration pack. Now, that's not going to be in your bucket. That's going to be with you for the race. And I put my goos in there, shot blocks, things like that. So that's another thing you want to have in your bucket when you're there. Okay. Also, in the bucket, what's we put in these buckets? I think that's about it, really. You can use like gloves. If you're in the gloves, make sure they're wide receiver gloves, and that'll help you climb up the ropes, stuff like that. But use a plastic Ziploc bag, put your gloves in there, just in case we get into some muddy terrain and stuff like that, and you slip and you fall, because you don't want those to get wet. Because once they get wet, they get useless. So you don't want that life right there. Oh, flashlights. You need to have flashlights. Headlamps is a must-have, because if you get halfway through the race and it starts to get dark and you don't have that, they will cut your wristband off and you won't be able to finish the race. And you don't want that to happen to you, because I've seen it happen where people have gotten very, very far in the race and they got cut because they didn't have a headlamp. So headlamps is also a must. And for me, one of the most important things you want is one of these. You want a tracker, because doing all those miles and not knowing where you're at can literally mess with your head. And if you don't know where you're at in the race, you're going to want to quit. You're going to want to quit anyway. I suggest you don't finish the race, okay? But always have a tracker. You know what mile you're at, you know what pace you're at, because the pace is very important. If you're not running or power walking or something at a proper pace, you will not finish that race, and you will get your wristband cut, and you did all that for nothing. So don't waste the money, don't waste your time. Make sure you have a tracker to keep you on point. Right? And that's pretty much what you need for the Ultra.